Good evening. I'd like to welcome all of you here tonight. And we will be following the agenda. So right now, please join us in a moment of silence. Thank you. Moving on, can I get approval of the minutes from April 3rd? I move that we approve the minutes for April 3rd. Okay, can I get a second? Any discussion? There being none, all those in favor for approval do so by raising your right hand. Approval of the meeting agenda. Are there any additions?
Yes, addendum for family and community engagement. That's one of our collective impact presentations this evening. Personnel addendum and a revised transfer list.
Can I get a motion to approve the agenda with those additions?
Make a motion to approve the meeting agenda with the.
Okay. All those in favor for approval do so by raising your right hand. I second it. Okay. All righty, next recognitions and announcements.
Well, good evening. We have several groups with us tonight that we would like to recognize. We'll begin by asking Mr. Andrew Markoch if you would recognize the Vance County Middle School Chorus.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm thrilled to be able to make this presentation because this is one that's quite special to me. First of all, I want to ask Ms. Samantha Crum, Vance County Middle School choral director, to come and join me. We have several members of our middle school chorus who are here tonight. And they're here for a very special reason. All 9 of these students, and not all 9 of them were able to be with us tonight, were selected to participate in the University of Mount Olive Middle School Honors Course this past March. Let me give you perspective on this. When Ms. Crum took this position 2 years ago, middle school chorus had 2 students. 9 just got accepted to the middle school honors chorus, which gives you an idea of the community. This has never happened before at our middle schools. This is telling you how significant these student vocalists are and how strong they are. I've had a chance to hear this performance. The performance, I wish we could play the performance for you tonight because it's unbelievable. And all of them fitting into this were just amazing, and they just feel like a glove. So rather than introduce them alphabetically, I'm going to do this the way Ms. Crum sent me the list, like any good vocal music teacher would, by voice range. Sopranos first, Charity Petaway and LaShanti Cheek. Our altos on the list: Nikaya Bullock, Alicia Williams, Anna Ramos, and Lori Cook. And our male vocalist Johnny Gomes, Tristan Tyler Jones, and Jason Shepard. I am so proud of all of you in this accomplishment. This is the big deal, folks. I'm glad you had the opportunity to participate in this.
There we go. Dr. Destiny Ross-Lucky.
Good evening. The North Carolina School of Science and Mathematics Summer Accelerator program is one that is highly competitive. This summer, they are going to be a number of sessions that's going to be around challenging STEM-related courses. Students from all grade level will have the opportunity to learn with other like-minded peers, as well as learning from engineers, university professors, as well as scientists. We are excited to announce that one of our very own middle school students will be going into the Durham Accelerator Summer Program. That young man is Jason Shepherd. Is mom here?
My dad family.
That's-
Dr. Askew is real.
Yeah, yeah.
Dr. Askew. Dr. Askew as well. Doctor. Thank you.
Thank you.
We also have another group with us, Ms. Sandlin. I'd like to introduce them.
Good evening. We are excited that we have our Leadership Dance Group. This is a group that comes from the Anderson Vance Chamber of Commerce and represent our community in a variety of ways. And we are very honored to have them here tonight for our Board of Education meeting. And even more honored that tomorrow they're going to be spending their entire day with us. Truly experiencing Vance County schools. So they'll be visiting Aycock Elementary, the Center for Innovation, Vance County Middle School, as well as district office. If you are part of Leadership Vance, will you please stand? We're excited to have you guys here.
Yes, we are. Thank you for joining us. Looking forward to our time with you tomorrow as well. Thank you.
Moving right along, I see that we do not have any comments from the public, so we'll move on to the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Ms. White. We'll begin with our fiscal oversight monthly report. Mr. Suther.
Good evening. Before you have the fiscal oversight monthly report. All accounts have been reconciled through March and year-end processing has begun and the auditors have started their yearly compliance audit. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Suther. This is a very busy time of the year for our financial staff with our fiscal year ending June 30th. We move forward to the COVID dashboard. We will be concluding the collection of this data in June, but at this point in time, the highest number of cases in the past month was 1 on any given day. The next piece, I would like to say, we as a cabinet have had a wonderful time working with our assistant principals throughout the year. And so we have 2 teams who will be sharing briefly about their collective impact projects tonight. The tailored symposium, we tailored it just for them, therefore the title, but they have had some time to really network with each other, learn from each other. We've done book studies, we've shared problems of practice, but I think one of the things most exciting too our participants was the opportunity to design a collective impact project. And that's exactly what it is. It must collectively impact our schools and community. Using ESSER's funding, each team was designated $12,500 for their project. And you will see a little bit of their projects. They haven't fully completed them, but we're excited to allow you to hear from each of these teams a little bit about the work that they've done. If our first team would come forward on family and community engagement, if you would begin by introducing yourselves and the school, our schools where you are currently serving, and then we'll ask you to share your presentation.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Michelle Evans, and I'm assistant principal at Advanced. Good evening, everyone. My name is Michelle Evans. I am assistant principal at Vance County High School.
Good evening. I am Felicia Branch, the assistant principal at Dabney Elementary School.
Good evening, everyone. I am Raz Antigan, assistant principal and PE teacher at LBNC Elementary.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dora Moldovan and I'm assistant principal at Vance County Middle School.
Good evening, my name is Harold Thompson Jr. I am the assistant principal at Zell Vance Elementary School.
Good evening, I'm Angela Cusack. I'm the assistant principal at Vance County High School.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Orlando Terry, one of the assistant principals at Vance County High School.
Good evening, I'm Donald Johnson. I'm the assistant principal at Aycock Elementary School.
Good evening, board members, Dr. Bennett and cabinet members. Thank you for the opportunity given to us to share our collective impact project with you this evening. Thank you to Dr. Bullock for allowing us to use LB Nancy during our project. And thanks to the Center of Innovation for hosting our upcoming event, which will be May 24th from 5 to 7. Please come out and join us. The overview of our project is family and community engagement to ensure student success. The research shows that students whose parents stay involved in school have better attendance and behavior, show academic success, demonstrate better social skills, and adapt to school. Therefore, our collective impact project will increase parent involvement and create a blueprint that will share and replicate at other schools within the district. Our project vision is to build a safe and welcome community within our schools and homes, impacting our communities one school at a time. Ms. Branch will come and discuss our target audience, followed by Mr. Teagas. He will share our results.
To make a long story short, our target audience is everyone under the sound of my voice and everyone that's seated here today. We all work together. We are one team and one goal to help with the success of students. So that includes the students themselves, our teachers, our staff members in our building, our school families, and our community stakeholders. All together, we work to make a difference in the life of students. And once our students see that we are all together, we are all one team, and we're working for that common goal, then they should be successful. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to give you a quick overview of the data. When we start a project, we look at our data from last year, our open house. We had 39% of our parents attending that event. And then as a team, we surveyed one event in February for a parent night that was sharing information about the student academics. 32% of our students, parents attended that event. For our She and Me dance that we have collaborated to put together for our school, 52% of our parents attended that event along their students, their children. I am finishing my 15th year at LBNC, and I have in the last 10 years, we have not seen the cafeteria packed like that night. It was a huge success. I'm grateful to have the opportunity to work with such an amazing team. And thank you so much to the district and the board for this. Thank you.
Okay, the end result, going from 30-ish% to an event when you had 52% of the parents involved. That is something we certainly want to replicate. Thank you all, and we have another.
27th event, what is that going to be targeted? The engagement event on the 27th?
On 24th of this month. We are trying to connect our families with Vance County School Resources. So the team came up with the idea to invite our parents to visit the Center for Innovation. Dr. Ross Putney, she was grateful enough to support our idea, and she will have some stations that the parents will have the opportunity to visit. And then we also have a station to provide information for our 3-5 parents for EOG upcoming exams.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you again so much. The second team, if we could look at our family and community engagement presentation from team 2, Partners in Literacy. That team would come forward. Introduce yourself.
Good evening, I'm Dr. Jeff Patton, Assistant Principal at Kingston Street Elementary.
Even though we're also Fisher Richardson, Assistant Principal of Vance County High School.
Good afternoon, Lavonda Williams, Assistant Principal Resident at Vance County Early College.
Good afternoon, Dr. Simone Wilkins, Assistant Principal at Clark Elementary School.
Desmond Thompson, I'm at Assistant Principal at Vance County Middle School. Good evening, everyone. Daniel McLean, Assistant Principal in Brown STEM Academy.
Good evening, Juliet Jackson at E.O. Young Elementary.
Good evening, Erica Evans, Assistant Principal at the Carver Elementary School.
So for our group, we wanted to ensure that we helped partner with the community and other schools to help aid in literacy. So for us, our target audience for this project was the Center for Innovation. Our target audience was expanding literacy, not only just to elementary schools, but all of our elementary schools have what's called a bookworms vending machine. But we realized that we want to make sure that it's equitable and accessible to not only just our elementary school students, but also our secondary students. So we wanted to put an additional book machine at the Center for Innovation so that our secondary students could also have a place to go to be able to access literacy. So in our bookworms vending machine, we have self-help books, we have books for elementary schools, secondary books, but the goal is we wanted to make sure, like I said, it is equitable. Once again, our elementary schools have the machine, they love it, they're able to get their book token, put it in the machine, as you can see in some of those pictures there, but we did not want to leave out our secondary students. And this was important because whether you realize it or not, 72% of children who come from parents who have illiterate abilities are more likely to drop out of school, absenteeism, and just overall poor behavior just from not being able to read. So our goal is we want to partner with the community to be able to not only have these machines in our buildings of Vance County schools, but we look to even partner with other people like the YMCA, Boys and Girls Club. We want to get these book machines not only on our school property, but also in the community. So where students are able to go, use their tokens and access books that they would like to read.
The impact of our project. All BCS schools and CFI has tokens that students can use to gain access to the books. We also partnered with district and community stakeholders so that they can replenish the books that we have in the machine. We also will continue to poll our students and our families in the community to determine the books that we need to have in our machine so we have the best options possible. Something else that we would like to include, we know that there's a huge push for the science of reading. With our books being a broad of different age ranges, we know that that's going to increase our students' ability to have phonemic awareness, phonics, fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension, and all of those are key components of the science of reading.
The lessons we've learned, collaborative community partnerships are essential to aid in student achievement. Administrators must be able to action plan and adapt as necessary to meet the student needs. The next steps will be increased community partnerships to broaden access to literacy with additional book machines in the community, different venues, increased parental involvement and engagement with additional literacy events throughout the year. Thank you.
We also have an additional event that's coming up on June 7th. We partnered with Dr. Perry at B3, our virtual academy, for those students to be able to use the machine. We want to kick off the machine for our families. So we're going to be partnered at 9 o'clock, June 7th, for an event so that families can get used to the machine, but also hand out tokens. And our group has also planned for a July event, Reading Under the Stars, where students will be able to attend one of our schools to come to the football field where we will have guest readers and speakers, and we'll be able to get some of those books from the machine where students will be able to read.
What time is that event at B3?
It's at 9 o'clock. We welcome you to come out, please. We would love for you all to come out and explore the machine, be able to put tokens and experience it with our students.
Well, thank you to our team. If I may, I'll jump down to E, Tailored Symposium, as we are finishing with a brief overview of their collective impact projects. I would like to say, as a cabinet, we've thoroughly enjoyed our time with the assistant principals. We've had multiple sessions throughout the year, whether it's be interactive sessions, problems of practice, book studies, time for them to design their collective impact project. And we actually did a Shark Tank event to determine which of the projects that we would select. And we could not determine one. So we did two, which we're very pleased. In a couple of weeks, we'll be expressing our appreciation to them for their hard work during this time with a nice evening meal. And board members, of course, you are invited, all of our principals are invited as well, and our assistant principals and a guest. We just want to show our appreciation to them for the level of knowledge and skills and the professionalism. Vance County Schools is in a good place. We have strong assistant principals, and I want to say to the group, thank you very much. It's been our pleasure. Thank you for being with us tonight. One other thing on our report, and then I will conclude, Arts Alive. Of course, you all know about, have heard about, and hopefully experienced Arts Alive again this year. Mr. Markoch in the back, I cannot say enough. Thank you for your year-long work with Arts Alive. Let's give him a round of applause. Students participating in visual arts, performing arts, the wonderful event, Heart of the Art, the art gallery, our career and technical ed students, culinary students providing wonderful hors d'oeuvres and serving throughout the event. Just a wonderful time for families and for the community. Board, we'd like to say thank you for your continued support of the arts as we are already in the planning stages for this event next year. That concludes my report.
So next we'll move into the standing committees, and first is the Personnel Committee, and we met on May 2nd, and all the committee members were present. First, we have one action item, and that's the personnel summary and the addendum. Can I get a motion to approve that?
Motion to approve that.
And get a second? Okay, any discussion? All those in favor for approval do so by raising your right hand. We also, Dr. Caraway, presented the projected vacancies that we have. And also, she talked to us about NC Corps tutors. Dr. Caraway, will you just explain briefly what that is all about? And I understand you have a short video you would like everybody to see.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, Madam Chair, board members. I'm excited tonight to share with you our NC Ed Core video. Recently, we were selected again by NC Ed Core, which is a tutoring program where we partner with the governor's office. Vance County Schools NC Ed Core continues to be an outlier in the fidelity and implementation of NC Ed Core with reading strategies in our elementary schools. And you will be able to see this 2-minute video highlighting Faye Crawford and Dr. Thomas in work. So I'm very pleased to share this with you.
I am a retired educator, and my dream was to come out of the classroom when I was teaching to be a reading teacher. Last year, I think I was on Twitter, and I saw the advertisement about a reading tutor, and I thought, wow, this is awesome. This is what I wanted to do, and now I have my opportunity. The North Carolina Education Corps is doing the right work, because when students have a foundation in literacy, each year builds upon another. So when you get on into the upper grades, the basics that you learned as a younger student helps you in your reading, it helps you in your math, it helps you in other subjects. The support I get from North Carolina Education Corps, we get very helpful emails and feedback. We've had professional development. The support that I get from the school is awesome. I work with 2 awesome teachers. We constantly talking and giving each other feedback, collaborating together. I love having NC Ed Core come in to work with our students. They are a big support. When we have students that come to school and they look forward to seeing not only their teacher, but any adult that works with them, that lets us know that that adult has built that relationship with that particular student. And in order for students to engage and trust you, you have to build that relationship with them. That relationship is one of the biggest pieces I think will make a difference in student success. My hope for the North Carolina Education Corps is that they will be around for a long time. This is a wonderful program. When they come and they're struggling with a skill and then they get it, you know, it may not be until a few weeks later, but they get it. And it is just so exciting to know it was always there. It just needed to be pulled out.
Yeah, a few other things, just a note that we do have another meeting on May 17th, call meeting for the board members, and that's at 1:00 p.m., May 17th. That's it. We'll move on to finance.
Good evening again. The Finance Committee met on April 26th. Ms. White called the meeting to order at 12 and turned the meeting over to me. Under contracts and services for cameras, the district is requesting to purchase and install 24 additional cameras from NC Sound using $67,774 of school safety grant funds. An updated quote will be provided in the board books indicating the 24 cameras instead of 8, and this is included in your addendum, and it's actually 29 cameras. Metal detectors, the district is requesting to purchase 10 additional walk-through metal detectors from Zorpro using $35,775 plus tax from the school safety grant funds. The detectors will be used at all the elementary schools. Fitness stations. The district is requesting to purchase and install 10 fitness equipment stations from Carolina Recreation and Design using $1,011,265 of ESSER funds. The equipment will be used at all the elementary schools. Proposals include demolition of existing equipment, purchase and installation of the new equipment, mulch and cleanup. The district will look for funds to enhance the pre-K classrooms as well.
Mr. Right now, we'll just go ahead and, see if I can get a motion to approve, these purchases.
Make a motion to approve these purchases. Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor for approval, do so by raising your right hand. And the fitness stations, and I guess if you look through that, you'll see that, what each school will be getting. Some will get more than others because some already have that, but it's in here description of what each school would be getting with the fitness stations. Okay.
It's like, could I add, the PTOs, PTAs? I'm sure when you see this, you'll go, thank goodness, because you had to raise those funds before. And since I've been around this first time, we've been able to provide this. This equipment, if you look at the picture, it's a beautiful piece of apparatus. We got one at Carver like that, and back 20 some years ago, that wasn't that big, and it was $20,000. So really thank you for that fund.
All right, Mr. Super.
Under surplus declaration, the district is recommending 41 items or equipment from the school nutrition department for surplus. These items are from the middle and high school consolidation and will be listed on for sale on the govdeals.com. And then lastly, we have a budget amendment resolution for 22-23 fiscal year. This is number 2. The amendment brings all funds and budgets current through April 21st, 2023, reflecting actual staffing and other costs, as well as adjustments by the state and various funding allocations. The budget does not include an appropriation from fund balance, and the total amended appropriation is $113,199,404. On the last page of the budget amendment for Fund 1 is $49,272. Fund 2 is $7,561. Fund 3 is $42,868. Fund 4 is $4,359. Fund 5 is $4,246,000. Fund 8 is $4,890,000, and this is of course a total of $113,199,404. Being no further discussion, Mr. Perry motion and Ms. Cobb seconded to take the large purchases, surplus school nutrition equipment, and the amended budget resolution to the full board for approval.
Okay, so right now we need a motion for the surplus declaration and the amended budget resolution for the fiscal year, for this fiscal year. So you get a motion to approve those.
Make a motion to approve all of them.
Okay, thank you. Can I get a second?
Second.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, we approved the contract and services and large purchases. Right now, we're doing the surplus declaration and the amended budget resolution for this fiscal year. So we got a motion and it's been second. Any further discussion? There being none, all those in favor for approval do so by raising your right hand.
And our next finance meeting will be Wednesday, May 24th at 12 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you. Building and grounds, Ms. Harkness.
Yes, building the ground, they have Thursday, April 27th. Thank you. The Center everybody innovation updates. The signs have been put around, there were signs that arrived and been put around the building, so when you go now, if you're supposed to go in at entrance 2, you can look forward, and that's where you go. That way people will not be going all through the building looking for their, where they're supposed to be, and they're very nice signs. Mr. Perdue informed the committee that the playground equipment information was presented at the April Finance Committee meeting and will be presented to the full board for approval at the May meeting. We saw that picture, very nice. And Mr. Perdue informed the committee of the proposed Poplar Creek subdivision. The proposed subdivision would bring an additional 250 homes to the Gadsden School District. The builder has proposed a shelter in the important way. Surplus property, the fields, and the Purdue Youth Fields website auction for the Eaton Johnson and the Western Dance facilities. Over 10,000 views have been made for Western Dance and over 14,000 have been made for Eaton Johnson. Bids have been made for both properties. Next, the site will list each property to start the upset bidding process. And in your books, you have the work order reports, monthly updates to the committee. The next meeting will be on May 25th at 8:30 a.m. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Hartness. Next, we'll move on to policy.
The policy committee met on April 26th. And at that particular meeting, Mr. Horner presented policy number 5030, the 1000 series, and the 2023 spring updates. The 5030, it was just some verbiage change made to it. There were no changes with the 1000 series, except policy 1610 and 7800, and they were changes by the NCSBA. And the only other thing that we discussed was policy number 5008, which actually deals with the automated phone testing. We actually referred that to the board attorney to review so that we could see if we could add the person's title and phone number so that you will know that that's not a scam call calling the home. And policy 5402 and 7815, they were just edited. And that was all of the changes that were made with the policies so that we could get the board to approve and or accept the policies with the changes.
And that's policy 5030.
5030, 5008, 6402, and 7815.
Make a motion to approve those.
Second.
Any discussion? There being none, all those in favor for approval do so by raising your right hand.
And our next policy meeting will be May 24th at 12:30.
Okay. Move on to curriculum. We met on April 27th. And at that time, we got some instructional updates. Dr. Russ Putney shared an update on the remediation plan for the elementary and middle schools. And the team has reached out to the schools for their plans. It was decided that 10 students from each grade level at each school would be monitored and reported to the board on their progress. Also, we talked about the summer program and the students. Dr. Ross Putney stated that students would attend 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday from 7:45 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. And the sites have been chosen for all the elementary schools. The middle and high school summer programs will be at Vance County High School. Dates for elementary and middle school will be June 26th through July 27th. And also, she shared professional development. That report will be generated from Power School Unified Talent Portal on all PD credits. And she shared those through the month of March. Center for Innovation. She shared information about the Young Women's Empowerment Conference. that was held on April 28th. 225 middle and high school girls met in grades 7 through 12 attended. And I was told and looked at something, it was a wonderful, wonderful event. It looked like they were having terrible fun and then learning some things also because they had different little stations and they would meet and they got a wealth of information from the speakers and then in the breakout session. So it was a wonderful success. Technology, Ms. Abbott shared updates on technology equipment. And we have some device protectors and hopefully that we can get more use out of the laptop with these protectors. So we're very thankful for that. And that concludes that business and we will meet on May 25th at 9:30 a.m. Next, let's see, community and business relations.
The Community and Business Relations Committee met on May 2nd. Mrs. Sandlin shared that the partnership recognition event was well attended. The honorees were very complimentary of the event and truly honored. Also live went very well. The master classes, part of the art gallery, and the talent showcase were all well attended. Ballard Arts was awarded the champion of the arts for their ongoing support and work with the district. The Young Women's Empowerment event was a huge success with over 200 attendees from our middle and high school. There were 6 keynote speakers, along with a variety of breakout sessions for the attendees. Mrs. Sandler also shared upcoming district events, and they are listed, so I won't read them. But they're listed, so make sure you pay close attention to the minutes and the upcoming events are listed. Also, she shared information about insights and analytics. They're also listed in the minutes, so you can look over those. That's about the Facebook, Twitter, and the website. And I think everything else has been covered. And Ms. White mentioned a little bit about the panic button. And so we had a good meeting. Ms. Sandler shared a lot of good information. So we just need to make sure that we follow up and be able to attend these sessions.
Thank you, Ms. Such. We got no new business, no field trips, but we do have out of county transfers and releases.
Motion approved, out of county transfer.
Okay, any discussion? There being none, all those in favor for approval, do so by raising your right hand. Okay, thank you, everyone. We come to the end of the road. I know you want more, but that's all we have for tonight. But we meet every second Monday of the month at 6:00 p.m. And we look forward to seeing you next month. Have a good evening.
I just told her, I'm watching her. Look, I see.
Come on.